day 3 of the Rally of Great Britain, the 14th and final round of the World Rally Championship. The event's the culmination of nearly 11 months of competition and provides one of the season's stiffest tests. The action's all in Wales, with the capital city Cardiff providing the base and the stages in the forests around Swansea. The weather's been kind to the rally this year, although that hardly matters to the newly crowned world champion. Halfway through day 2, Marcus Brunner had a huge lead, but even world champions make mistakes.
We have rolled on the stage and we have to retire. We are both okay, but the car is not okay.
Because I had a hydraulic problem and I was not 100% concentrated. I was shifting with a manual gear shifting, and that was part of the reason, but okay, anyway, I could have slowed down a bit.
Others also fell victims on the halfway stage. Yanni Parson unrolling his Mitsubishi into retirement at exactly the same place as Brunner. Further down the stage, Mitsubishi lost their other car. Francois Delacour quick to blame co-driver Dominique Satignoni for the crash.
J'étais dans le 115, tous mes p***. Il était trop tard. Ils ont annoncé 10 fois trop tard. 10 fois trop.
Less damaging was this tree branch, which took out a number of windscreens. With Brunner out, the rally's become a battle between two men looking for their first World Rally victory. Marco Martin in a Ford Focus and Subaru's Peter Solberg. They're just 1.6 seconds apart going into the final day.
It's just great fight. It would be nice if we can really fight it to the end and see what happens.
It could have been so good fun to get on the podium in the World Championship, you know. And that's the plan, and we have to win.
Third going into day 3 is Martin's teammate Carlos Sainz. The Spaniard, Mike Solberg, is one of 6 men who can finish as runner-up to Brunner with the Drivers' Championship. Yet another of those 6, Richard Burns, is 4th. The outgoing world champion still kicking himself for a mistake on day 1, which cost around a minute and a half. A similar error also cost Colin McRae any chance of victory, with a spin on the final stage on day 2, then dropping the Ford driver from 6th to 7th. So this is how things look going into the final day. All eyes will be on that fight for victory, while Sainz and Burns will be hoping that the leading duo will have problems. Colin McRae's chances of finishing second in the series are now almost gone, but he too will try to improve his position on day 3. 1.6 seconds are all that separate these two men, so we're set for the most closely fought final day of the entire season.
There's 2 men desperate to win their first World Rally today. Who's it going to be?
I hope the fastest wins. That's would be best for everybody, but it's gonna be a hard fight, that's for sure.
Petter, Marco Martin says he wants the fastest man to win today. You must be hoping that's going to be you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. You know, it's okay. It's not every day we are in a position like this, but okay, we are a little bit nervous.
You've got nothing to lose, though, have you?
No, not really. I mean, okay, it would be nice to finish second in the championship, but if I stay where I am, I'm not going to do that. I have to push hard and see what the Peugeot can do.
If this was your last rally, it would be nice to finish with a win.
Yes, hopefully it's not my last, but in any case it will be nice to win.
Day 3 might have only 4 stages, but it's still the rally's longest day, with 138 kilometres of stages. 54 of the original 85 crews would start the final day, with the weather again set to be dry and fine with clear skies. As Solberg and Martin prepared to resume their battle, it was clear that there was a nervous tension in the air. Neither man has ever won a world rally, so each was as keen as the other to get underway. The early start, however, meant mist was still hanging in the trees of the day's first stage. That stage was Resolvin, a repeat of the 54-kilometre monster which also began day 2. Just as on the previous day, the stage would see a variety of surfaces, all of them slippery. Unless Kenny Eriksson can find a drive for next year, this Instead, however, the Korean team had the upper hand. Freddie Roach needed to collect just 1 point to secure that 4th place. One man now stood in his way. Paris at a stunning pace through resolving. His mechanical problems had been cured and he was an amazing 37 seconds quicker than Leutz to leap ahead of the Hyundai. The top 6 manufacturers' cars were now 2 Subarus, 2 Fords and 2 Peugeots. Colin McRae's Focus, however, wasn't one of those 2 Fords. 6th on the stage, he was also now back up to 6th overall again, but the Scots' 2 teammates were still ahead of him.
Sixth right, 70, 6 right and 6 left over long crest, 70, 6 right, opens and tightens into 6 right.
Tyre choice had caught out Tommy Mackin a number of times over the previous 2 days, but he was also a long way behind his colleague, Solberg. Slower than McRae on the stage, the Subaru driver was now less than 5 seconds ahead of the Ford. Poor tyre choice had once again cost precious seconds. Richard Burns needed to stand any chance of finishing the season as runner-up to Grunholm. He had to attack. His team boss, Corrado Prevera, had told him not to worry about damaging the car. So Burns and his co-driver Robert Reed moved up a gear to set a stunning time, 16.5 seconds quicker than even the flying Robert Prevera.
I'm pushing very, very hard. Okay, it seems to work until we see the times behind us. That's good.
Sainz was the man in Burns' sights. The mist meant the Spaniard wasn't anything like as confident through the stage.
I've lost quite a lot of time to Richard now, so I don't know. Richard took a lot.
Solberg, however, knew that this was his golden opportunity to attack Martin.
6 left, 30 flat, 6 right over crest to early, 6 left plus 40, 6 left minus, opens 100, turn big cut late, hairpin left tightens, keep in, opens, the flat, early 6 right, 80, keep right over crest and 6 left minus half long, opens 80, flat 6 right, extra long, opens over crest, extra long.
Petter, do you feel he did enough to take the lead of the rally?
Despite the stiff jaw, he was nearly 3 seconds quicker than Burns.
We will see. I did my best.
All eyes were now on Marco Martin and co-driver Michael Park. 1.6 seconds ahead of Solberg and Bills going into the stage. Damaged bodywork suggested the Estonian was trying everything to hang on to his lead.
70, easy right long, 30, focus right long, into 3 left hair, don't cut. 30, 4 right, into crest, 3 plus left.
So Solberg's charge had worked. The Norwegian now led. Sainz's 3rd place was now under serious threat from Burns, while McRae was also closing in on Mäkinen. Behind the top 6, Leutz was 10th, desperate to take that last manufacturer point for Hyundai.
Petter, you've gone from 2nd place into 1st place with a 20-second lead. You must be very, very happy.
I am, but still very, very nervous and still a long way to go.
Where did you get that extra speed on the resolving? It's a very long stage. Was it tough?
I really pushed today, you know, like half crazy, but it's the only way to do it.
Do you feel Petter can hold on and win this rally?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to keep our fingers crossed. You know, I don't want to sort of drag out all the cliches, but he's where he needs to be. There's no reason why we should be worried, but you can't help but worry in this situation. But the frame of mind Petter's in, it couldn't be better.
You know, I don't think at this moment in time you can rule anything out. Okay, if you look at it in pure performance, 21 seconds is a lot to claw back. But, I mean, literally, that is one spin.
But we have to keep the pressure on, and okay, we are at the moment maybe gambling a bit with a tyre choice, but that's the only way to do it. If you go safe option, it's not gonna work, so we have to try and gamble.
Stage 15, a repeat run through Riola, was the first in a batch of 2. Rovanperä was 6th fastest, but was complaining of a problem with the car's hydraulics, an all too familiar headache for the Peugeot engineers. That gave Hyundai a glimmer of hope. Juha Kankinen was 11th, 1 place behind Loix, ready to take over the fight should the Belgian have any problems.
En splitsing. Links voor, wordt direct links houden opgepast vet. Top 50 even rechts, om links uit naar 63 proberen.
Loix, however, was nearly a second ahead of his Finnish teammate on the stage, determined that he would be the one to score the point the team so badly needed. The stage saw Walter's Arena used again, the purpose-built bowl which meant thousands of spectators could see the action. To the delight of those crowds, Colin McRae did his best to take time off the man ahead of him, Tommy Mäkinen. The Subaru driver, though, was equal to the challenge, and the Impreza was on exactly the same pace as the Ford through Riola.
Helppo vasemmuskappeen.
Richard Burns and Robert Reeve clearly thought they could catch Carlos Sainz and Lewis Moyer, and again blasted through stage 15. 4th place with a Solberg victory would give the Norwegians 2nd place in the championship, so the British pair knew they had to finish on the podium. Sainz was in a similar position, but the 14 pit told him that Burns was quicker halfway through the stage, so he'd have to up the pace on the second half. Ford were about to need another green screen. As 3rd place changed hands, the leader was concerned about a suspension problem.
40. Black crest. And 6 left plus. Open 60. Line into 5 left half long. Tightens 4 minus a gap. Wet and slippy maybe. Half long tightens 60. Don't cut. 6 right plus 80.
Martin headed into Walter's Arena, aware that he needed to make up around 7 seconds a stage if he was to retake the lead. He cut one long right-hand bend a little too much. At least the car would be a little lighter for the rest of the stage. This time the Ford pitboard would give good news. Martin was faster than Solberg, but was it the 7 seconds or so he needed?
50, 6 minus left in. 30, easy right. 30, crest 5 left.
It was, even though it meant co-driver Michael Park would need a visit to the dentist.
Wasn't so easy. My teeth broke. Can't see, it was a hell of a bank, that's for sure.
Stage 16 was another of the classics, Margam, which would be repeated as the rally's last test. The virtual spectator highlights one of the trickiest sections, a long loop around a lake in the middle of the forest, which has caught out many crews in the past. The final stretch is one of rallying's most famous sections. It's where Carlos Sainz retired within sight of winning the world title in 1998. The Deer Park, through which the final kilometre runs, is one of the event's most popular viewing areas. Mark Higgins would be 5th fastest, thanks to a change in the car's setup, beating McRae by over a second. Though it would be the misfortune of others to reach the close together. Sebastian Lowe went into Margam in 7th place, but 10 kilometres from the finish, Lowe broke the Citroen's front suspension, and the Zara would retire soon afterwards. Loeb handing less than 10 seconds behind Colin McRae, so some of the pressure was taken off the Ford driver, although the gap to Tommy Mäkinen was starting to open up.
Left and right and 6 left cut, and opens into 6 right, into right, tightens to 3 plus, and 2 left, tightens.
The 4-time world champion's only problem on the stage was sliding wide on this corner, which broke the side window. Exactly 18 seconds apart. One of the most slippery sections of the Markham stage comes on 1.5 kilometres before the end. Richard Burns discovered.
No, it's not going anywhere. Right, we need to get out.
Retirement with just one stage to go. Science was therefore back in second place in the championship if Solberg took the 10 for victory. Lightning was by no means certain. Less than 13 seconds now split Solberg and Martin, so the fight was far from over. Remember, Martin needs to take around 7 seconds from Solberg on both the last 2 stages.
150, crest late, 6 minus left. 20, 6 minus right, slow.
Petter, just 27 kilometres left to go. Can you win your first World Rally?
It's possible. On that stage I've been caught out many people before. Look at Richard now also, so you don't get any smile on me before we have passed the finish line.
It has been great rally for both of us, and okay, it's one stage to go, and we just have to wait and see.
Are you surprised how quick Petter Solberg's been this morning and generally during the rally?
Yeah, he made very good morning, good tyre choice and very good relaxed drive. It was very good performance.
So another run around the Markham stage would decide the rally. With only the first 2 of the 4 Fords eligible to score manufacturer points, 8th place would be enough for Freddie Brooks to pick up the 1 point the Hyundai team needed. The focus of Mark Higgins was one of the 2 non-scoring Fords, but he and co-driver Brian Thomas were happy enough with their 6th place and 1 driver's point. For a change, no Peugeot victory this time. Camilo Vanpera's 206, only finishing 7th. Colin McRae and Derek Ringer were 5th. A far cry from their victory on the event 7 years ago, which gave them the 1995 world title. Not that their loyal fans seem to care.
50, crest and 6 left minus tightens, half cut, into 6 right.
Fourth was Tommy Mäkinen, relieved to get to the end of a disappointing year, now able to concentrate on testing ready for next season, which gets underway in only around 9 weeks' time. Third place Carl Sainz, on the other hand, is still far from sure what he'll be doing in 2003. One of the most consistent drivers in the championship finished on the podium yet again, but it looks as though a limited programme with Citroën is now his best hope. But the future looks bright for both the rising stars battling for the victory. Petter Solberg seemed to be a different man this weekend, driving sensibly, yet able to put in some simply stunning times when the occasion demanded. The deafening air horns as he and Phil Mills entered the Deer Park for the final time suggested that the win would be a popular one.
200. 50.
Your hell, Let's hope now. I never know, I was so...
That's not going to be beaten.
Mills at least was confident that they'd done it, even though his driver couldn't celebrate just yet.
I don't know yet!
Over 20 seconds was a lot to make up in just 28 kilometres, but Marco Martin and Michael Park did try. It wasn't enough, and the pair would have to settle for second place.
Well done, anyway. Good effort.
Well done. There's always a next time.
Yeah.
In the end, Solberg's winning margin was over 24 seconds, with Martin, Sainz, Mäkinen, McRae and Higgins in the remainder of the point-scoring places well spread out. Leutz finished 1/10 of a second behind Rovanperä, but he still scored the vital point Hyundai needed. At the end of the final stage, Solberg's Subaru teammates Kai Lindstrom and Tommy Mäkinen were among the first to congratulate the rally winner, with Petter's fiancée Pernilla having flown over from Norway especially for this moment. Solberg then had congratulations of his own to perform, walking over to thank Marco Martin for a thrilling battle over the entire weekend.
It's incredible, I can't say anything more. Second place in the championship, and it's very good, very good. It's the best ever, you know. All the mechanics, everybody have done a superb job, you know. Phil, no problems at all, and it's been a very hard weekend, very hard. And I can't believe it. This is the best weekend ever.
Just look at Petter's face. The win had been a long time in coming, but he and Phil Mills were finally able to stand on the top step of the podium after so many disappointments. This is how the Drivers' Championship finished. Behind Grunholm, 4 drivers are covered by just 4 points, with Solberg snatching second place at the last moment. Gilles Panizzi and Harry Rovanperä finished within a point of each other, and Mäkinen finished the season a frustrated 8th.
It means so much for me, you know. I've been living cars since I was 6 years old, and I've been, you know, dreamt about like this so badly. And we got to the last rally, you know. We had some bad luck, you know, but everybody learned we should never give up. And it's not going to be the last one, Phil. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Tommy Mäkinen. He makes me very happy, I tell you.
I'm very pleased that we finally got our first podium finish, and I mean, it was a great weekend for us. Really, no major mistakes. Just a great battle with Petter all the way through, and unfortunately, we didn't wake up very well this morning, and we were too safe in the first long stage, and that cost us a real chance to fight for victory. But I mean, Petter didn't make a mistake. He definitely deserves that victory. So.
In the Manufacturers' Championship, the top 3 places had already been decided. That 1 point for Leutz was enough to confirm Hyundai in 4th position, ahead of both Skoda and Mitsubishi. The rally was also the 6th and final round of the Junior World Rally Championship, which aims to find the Petter Solbergs and Marco Martins of the future. 2 drivers came to Great Britain with a chance of taking the title, but it was Spain's Daniel Sola and his Citroën Saxo who emerged victorious. In the WRC itself, Petter Solberg takes not only his first World Rally victory, but the runner-up position in the championship behind Marcus Grunholm. All in all, it's been an amazing finish to an amazing season. We leave you with some of the memories from the last 11 months, but from Wales and the 2002 FIA World Rally Championship, goodbye.